This is the video tutorial for the Happy Days Barmouth Balaclava hat, and here's how you make it. You'll need fleece. I'm using two different colours so you can see how it's made. To find the right side of fleece, if you look at the edge of your fleece, you'll see that it gently curls over. This is the wrong side. This is the right side of your fleece. It's important as well with fleece to find the stretch direction. If you gently pull across, there won't be much pull that way, but if I pull it this way, you can clearly see it's a lot more stretchy. Place your template on top of your fleece, taking note of the arrows on the template. This clearly shows that the stretch has to go that way, so I've made sure that my fabric is stretching that way as well. Cut round your template this way and then flip your template over, keeping your direction of stretch exactly the same, and cut another piece out. Next, cut your centre panel, and once again check the direction of your stretch. You'll only need one of these in each colour. That's my outers all cut out, and now I'm going to do exactly the same for the lining. We'll start constructing the balaclava now. So using 1/2 of your outer, facing the right sides up, take your panel and place it right sides together on top. And we'll start by pinning right at this corner here and work all the way around until it's pinned all the way around. I've added clips all the way around. Don't worry if there's a bit over there, we'll trim that at the end. Now take it over to your sewing machine and use a 1/4 inch seam allowance, starting at the top, sew all the way down. Use stitch length 4. I find that best on my machine, but you could experiment and see which is best on yours until you get to the very bottom and stop. I've sewn all the way down, joining one side. Now take your other side and flip it over, and again right sides together, clip it once again all the way around. I've clipped all the way around, and as I did before, using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, stitch length 4, I'm going to sew from the top all the way down. Take your time with that, all the way around the curve, right to the bottom and stop. I've sewed all the way around, and next I'm going to trim the excess off. I've trimmed the excess off. Now we're going to work on the neck piece. Place your 2 curved neck pieces right sides together and line up the curve you've cut, and then just along this curve add a few clips. Yeah, I've added some clips. Now I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine and starting at the top, 1/4 inch seam allowance, stitch length 4, sew all the way around the curve. I've sewn all around the neck area curve, and that's my outer finished. I've cut out my lining in exactly the same way and sewn it in exactly the same way. The only difference is on one side I've remembered to leave a gap for turning, about 6 centimetres. Turn your outer right sides out. I've turned it the right side out. This is still the wrong side out. We've got to place this inside this, right sides together. So take your outer, which is the right side out, and place it inside your lining, which is still the wrong way out. And then using the seams at the top and the seams at the top of your outer, match them all up. At this stage now, you should have the right side and the right side touching. So line up these seams around the face area and add some clips. I've added lots of clips around the face area, joining the outer to the lining. I've made sure that these top seams line up and the bottom seam lines up. Add as many clips as you can all the way around. Now I'm going to take it over the sewing machine, 1/4 inch seam allowance, stitch length 4, sew all the way around, joining the outer and the lining face area together. I've sewn all the way around. Now take your outer and carefully pull it through the face area, and you'll end up looking like this. Fold this side over and fold this side over, so you're looking at the right side, and then join this side and this side together, so they're almost like kissing, they say, so that line, that seam and that seam are touching, and then twist it round a little bit and add a clip. And then the idea is you continue going round, clipping, so it's right sides to right sides all the way around. It's a bit tedious, this bit. You could use pins if you're happier with pins. Keep going. And that seam and that seam are lined up. Add another clip. It does get a bit awkward now, so as long as you're always right sides together, you won't go wrong. And you can see it's all twisting round a little bit now, which is perfectly normal. And pull it round until we get to that end, and that's it all done. I've added all my clips now, and I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine and use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to sew all the way around where the clips are, all the way around. I've sewn all the way around, and now I'm going to turn it the right way out through the gap I left in the lining. I've I've sewn up the gap in the lining, and that's your Happy Days Barmouth Balaclava hat all finished.